Still on my little quest to raise as much money as I can for a little motorbike for me, for my daughter. In order to get as much money as possible, I need to clean the old buggy up a little bit. It's going to be more appealing to people if it's cleaner than with the dirt on it. Not everyone sees the value in the dirt. In fact, let's be honest, other people's dirt isn't necessarily valuable. So for somebody else buying this, the dirt that I've put on it over the last few years isn't, to them, it's a devaluer. To me, it's interesting. To them it's not. So it's mostly gone. I have left a bit on for no reason other than I didn't realise it was still there until I put it on there and I was like, oh, still a bit dirty. But it's cleaner than it was. Taken a few pictures. I've checked everything. That's all I can do. It's been a good buggy, that one. It has been a very good buggy, and it'll still continue to be a cracking buggy for whoever's hands it lands in. Right. Stick it back in its box. Whenever I've marked something, see, if I go on a bit of a, if I've got a goal, yeah, I do tend to barge everything out of the way and get to that goal. Sometimes it takes a bit longer than other times, so that's one thing I have got, is determination. Sometimes it can be a bad thing, sometimes it can be a good thing, and I'm determined to get my kids a little motorbike because it's what they want. So when I mark something for sale, usually that's the end of it. Yeah. Sometimes it takes a little while for me to process what I'm thinking. Oh, I could sell that. No, I don't want to sell that. I don't want to. Oh, no, I don't want to. But then it gets to a point where I'm like, what am I doing? What am I talking about? It's going. And that's it. It's gone. So this is marked. Its days are numbered in the Haggard RC residence. So it's gone. It's as simple as that. Gonna put it in its box. When I mark something as gone, sold, or not sold, but when it's gonna go, I'll make sure that it can't become subject to damage. So I'll put it in its box, seal it all up, and that way, you know, nothing can fall on it or anything like that. So, happy days. Today's a Saturday, by the way, and it's a bloody cracking day. The other day, I had a fellow YouTuber come and pick up that Mugen truggy that I had. I don't know what it was, an MBX6. I think it was an MBX6, to be honest, with that red 721 Diamond Edition engine in it. He came and picked that up. That was an interesting, fantastic experience. Lovely couple of people, Harry and Evan from the HMCRC channel. Don't know whether you've seen them. HMCSRCs. Go and have a look at their channel. I'll put a link in the description. You'll be able to see exactly what they're going to do with that truggy. I don't know how long it's going to take. He sent me a couple of pictures this morning. He's put it on a shelf. He's cleaned it all up, put it on a shelf, hidden the awful autograph that I put on it. And yeah, so he says he's gonna get it going in the next few days. So there'll be videos on it. So go and have a look at his channel. Link will be in the description. He come and pick that up. That's gone. What else can we get gone? I don't know. Anyway, it's a lovely Saturday. I hope you're having a brilliant day. Let me know in the comments, where in the world are you? How long have you been watching this channel? I'd love to know how long you've been watching this channel. Have you just come across it? Or have you been watching for quite some time? I love hearing from all of you. Especially the ones that are... It's just as fascinating hearing from the ones that are in England. Because, listen, we're all a family here. But the ones of you that are all the way across the world, and you're sitting there or standing there or whatever, maybe you're sitting on the toilet. There was a time, I think I told you the story before, when we were going along on our little bike ride. We stopped in an alleyway. There was a window there, little window, clearly a bathroom window, and we could hear my voice coming out the window, and there must have been somebody sitting on the toilet watching one of my videos. That was the weirdest, most interesting but strange experience, I think. I nearly knocked on the window and said, "Hey, how's it going?" But because it was clearly a bathroom window, I decided to leave it alone. The next thing on the chopping board, so to speak, is going to be this crawler, I reckon. Now, I've offered this back to Keith, the bloke I bought this from, because he built this himself. It's completely 100% custom built. He built it himself, for himself, and he didn't want to sell it. And at the time, I was going through a little bit of a crawler phase, and I said, "Oh, have you got any crawlers?" And he said, "Yeah." Well, I don't know, I can't remember exactly what he said now. He might have said no, I don't know. But it turned out that he had one, this one. I can't remember the exact thing. I think he wanted something that I had. I can't remember. And I said, "I'll swap it for a crawler or do something or another." And so we've ended up, I've ended up with this. I paid for it, I paid money for it. I can't remember how much now, but yeah, I paid money for it. It's 100% custom built, as I said. I don't really know a lot about it. I don't really know, I mean, he has told me, but I'm terrible at remembering technical information and what things are. It's just me. I don't remember. Someone could tell me every part what's on there, and 2 days later it'd be gone. Yeah, it's just the way I am. I'm not particularly interested in that kind of stuff. 40 kilogram servo, cool racing suspension, whatever that receiver is. There's the transmitter for it, look. Traxxas ESC. Now Mr. Keith, he loves Traxxas ESCs for some reason. He puts them in everything. I haven't got much experience with them, and I don't really care. As long as they work, I couldn't care what brand they were. Tyres. I've got some spare wheels and tyres that can actually go with this. So this is going to be the next thing up for the auction house, so to speak. It's sitting there. We don't get no use out of it. The kids aren't interested in this, and crawling is, well, it's electric, isn't it? So I went for a little bit of a phase with it where I was kind of interested in it, and even the fact that it was electric, I was still kind of interested in it. But trouble is, you can only crawl up and down the living room settee, you can only crawl around the garden, and you can only go out and find rocks and other bits and bobs so many times before you think to yourself, well, you know, there we go. So yeah, we'll chop it in, put it in the motorbike fund, I reckon. As I say, I've offered it back to him, and Mr. Keith's thinning out on all of his cars himself. He was telling me the other day he didn't even know that he had half of them. Well, more than half, I reckon. He was saying he's coming across things that he didn't even know that he had. So stick around here, because there may come a time when I can help him get rid of a few cars, which means you lot might end up with a few, because he's got quite a lot of rare ones, I reckon. So there may be some interesting cars coming up. Depends. If he says to me, hey, can you help me move a few cars on, I'll definitely help him. But for a car which has been, or truck or whatever you want to call this, which has been built completely from scratch, that's for the way I understand it anyway, and this wasn't a base car, this was put together from all different pieces of different cars and bits and bobs. And the size of the props there, look, meaty old props. And it's a jolly good crawler. Runs on a LiPo. You can run it on whatever battery you want, I suppose, but this is the one that I've been running it on. We'll ever get a bit of a focus on it. 1500 milliamps. I don't even know what it is. Does it say what it is? Must be a 3S, is it? Huh. Don't say the voltage on it, does it? Or does it? Maybe it was that. You lot will know, because you lot know everything. I know absolutely nothing. Anyway, yeah, I think this one's going to be next. Look at that shell. Fantastic. 24. That must have been when he built it. 2024. Well, there we go. Well, will you look at that? I've got some spare tyres with foams in them. I think they've all got foams in here. They've all got foams in. Yep. And we got some other ones, slightly smaller, with rims as well. All foamed up and rimmed up. So we've got plenty of spares. Not really, just some tyres and wheels to go with this. So yeah, nice. Look at that for a little bit of articulation, man. What a cracking crawler. It really does do well as well, you know. It does do well. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 tyres. Right, you lot, as always, it was an absolute pleasure seeing you this morning. I hope you're all fine and dandy, by the way. I hope you have a fantastic day, because it's a Saturday morning today. Even the spiders on the wall are happy to see that it's a Saturday morning. I'll see you later. I'm going to go and process my photographs of these cars. And you have a good day. I might see you tomorrow, Sunday, if I can get out and about. Maybe, might better get out and about in the morning, depending. Weather's meant to be good, that's for sure. Anyway, all the best. Don't take people for granted. Don't let people take you for granted. Love yourself, because before you can love anybody else, or, you know, even be grateful of anybody else, you need to be grateful of yourself. I think that is an important lesson, if there ever is one. Cheerio.